Well, hello everybody and welcome along to an absolutely massive clash in the Celebrity FIFA World Cup today between the USA and Russia. Both teams in Group B sit in first and second, so it's a real contest to see who's going to go through as top of the group to progress to the knockout stages. Of course, the USA are at risk of going out completely if they fail to win today and Scotland get a win in their game. Alan Smith is alongside me as always. Alan, what do you think is going to happen today?
Well, I wouldn't call really. I mean, I do fancy Russia, but you know, these are two powerhouses and they're going to clash and I can't wait.
Yes, it's going to be a fantastic game. Don't go anywhere, folks. Join us next. And it's live! So starting for USA today, once again in goal is Donald Trump. Across the back four, it's Kanye West, Dr. Phil, Michael Jordan and The Rock, with John Cena moving to defensive midfield. On the wings, either side are Megan Rapinoe and Landon Donovan, and Joe Exotic has moved to creative midfield to accommodate the big man up front. It's Peter Griffin partnering Deontay Wilder. What a starting lineup, Alan.
Yeah, starting lineup looks strong, but whether they can deal with the power of the Russians, we'll have to see. Buzzing.
And to the Russian lineup now, they're playing a 4-2-3-1. Lev Yashin starts in goal for them. They're unchanged actually, with Irina Shayk, Peter the Great, Ivan the Terrible and Rasputin in defence. Tchaikovsky and Romanov, who's Black Widow of course, in defensive midfield. Alexander Orlov, Compare The Meerkat, with Maria Sharapova and Vitas. And it's Vladimir Putin leading the line as the USA get us kicked off. The US won the race to the moon. Will they win the race to the knockout stages?
Well, that's whether you believe the lunar landings happened or not. And a lot of people say it's a conspiracy. A lot of people think the Earth's flat. I don't know.
So an early throw-in for Russia in their own half. Irina Shayk, who of course went out with Cristiano Ronaldo for some time. I'm sure she'll have gained some tips about how to play the beautiful game from him. Do you reckon that's going to give an advantage to her during this game?
Maybe, and hopefully she can shake things up in defence. Ha!
Here's Maria Sharapova now for Russia, finding Vladimir Putin. Here's Vitas now into Black Widow. Back to Vitas. Russia putting the pressure on early here as Vitas gets the ball. It's a decent cross. Dr. Phil gets it away, and Kanye West completes the clearance and goes out for a throw. And Kanye West, of course, being moved back to left back. Megan Rapinoe's come in on the left-hand side.
Yeah, well, West is good in the air. You know, he likes to try and touch the sky when he goes up. And I don't know a lot about Rapinoe, but it does sound like a squash or a drink like that, like Ribena or something. Rapinoe, Ribena. But apparently she's very good, and I'm excited to see her in action.
Here's Deontay Wilder, who got a hat-trick in the first time out for USA, but hasn't scored since then. He plays it inside to Joe Exotic, and now Peter Griffin looking to get into the penalty area. He turns and plays it into the far post. And Irina Shayk deals with it well, but it's back in there. Megan Rapinoe now finding Joe Exotic. And here's Landon Donovan into Peter Griffin. Oh, brilliant save from Lev Yashin. And it's headed clear in the end by Russia. Well, Peter Griffin very close to scoring the game's opening goal.
Yeah, great save as well. You know, a lot of people asking why is he wearing that cap. Well, there's your answer.
Of course, it's an interesting centre-back partnership, isn't it? Ivan the Terrible and Peter the Great. Seem like there'd be two contrasting figures at the back, but they seem to work well.
Yeah, one's good, one's crap. And a lot of people called me Alan the Header.
Great save there from Lev Yashin. The shot was from Joe Exotic. So Alan the Header, where did that nickname come from?
Well, it's funny you should say that. I used to play for Arsenal. Scored quite a few headers.
Oh, did you? I've not heard that mentioned before.
No, I was surprised actually.
Here comes Black Widow on the break now for Russia. She finds Sharapova and now Vladimir Putin. But Michael Jordan gets back in there and wins the challenge. John Cena's given it away. That's a poor pass. And now here comes Tchaikovsky finding Black Widow, spreading it out to Vitas, who of course scored the only goal against France last time out. Compare the Meerkat now to Rasputin. Could be a chance to play it in. Vladimir Putin!
Wow.
He smashed it past Donald Trump and the flag stays down. Russia take the lead. Vladimir Putin.
Well, a lot of people said he favoured Trump and fixed the election, but he wasn't doing Trump any favours there. Good goal.
No, it's like Trump was distracted in goal there. I don't know what he was thinking about. Maybe he thought if he let this goal in, he'd be re-elected as president of the States. But he has indeed, and the USA find themselves a goal down. Vladimir Putin, who's been pretty lethal so far this tournament, gets another goal. It's 1-0. So Deontay Wilder kicks us off. The USA a goal down now, and they really need to get back in this game. We were saying before the match started, of course, that they've got a win and a draw so far from their 2 games. Scotland getting that last-minute equaliser against them last time out, which means if the USA lose here and Scotland win and there's a big swing in goal difference, Scotland will find themselves going through ahead of the USA. Looking like that might be quite likely at this moment in time.
Yeah, it could be, and that'll be a big shock.
Oh, what a save. Lev Yashin again. He's made 2 or 3 fantastic saves. That time it was from Deontay Wilder. Vladimir Putin is getting himself a yellow card for a foul in the build-up to that shot as well.
Well, I think the teams that have opted for a keeper to be their legend have benefited from it. Russia and Italy have. So, maybe other teams should have made that decision as well.
I think it came off Deontay Wilder and goes behind for a goal kick. He was so explosive, wasn't he, in the first game, but hasn't looked quite right since then. I wonder if it's the effects of the basketball from Space Jam wearing off. Of course, he looks significantly smaller. Maybe his powers have gone too.
Yeah, but, like I always say, you can't blame everything on Space Jam.
Rasputin knocks it into Vitas, and now here's Compare The Meerkat. Considerably the shortest player on the pitch, but it doesn't stop him from making an influence as Romanov finds him here. It's Compare The Meerkat! He smashed it in! Fabulous finish from Alexander Orlov. Compare The Meerkat. It's 2-0 Russia. Simples!
Oh, wow. Amazing. I can't believe that. I mean, Trump on about toughening up on immigration laws and keeping people out, but he couldn't even keep out a meerkat.
Lovely finish, wasn't it? Black Widow it was who picked him out. 1 touch to control. The next to slam it past Donald Trump. Who might be wishing he'd built a wall in front of his penalty box there to stop that from going in, but he couldn't. It's 2-0 Russia, and the USA look in trouble. So, Alan, I know during one of the games in the highlights video that we put out on Sunday, if you haven't seen that, by the way, we'll leave a link in the description, but you got a FaceTime from your cat, Mr. Jumbles, who appeared to be missing you greatly after you've been away for so long for the World Cup. How's he getting on?
Well, first things first, don't leave a link in the description. If you're watching this, don't be lazy, just find the video. And also Mr. Jumbles, he did FaceTime me. He said he was going out to Sainsbury's, asking if I wanted anything, and I said now's not a good time.
Here's Peter Griffin, looking to get the USA back into this with Deontay Wilder, finding John Cena. Now Joe Exotic has been so creative for them so far. He needs to dig deep here to try and get his team back into the game. Megan Rapinoe now has been brought in down the left-hand side, finds Kanye West. Him and Rapinoe forming an unlikely partnership down the left-hand side, but John Cena now finds Deontay Wilder. Here's Peter Griffin! Oh, it's another great save from Lev Yashin. Well, you had to say the USA have probably been on top in terms of the chances they've created, but Lev Yashin's been keeping them out.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's something about that cap. And I want one now.
I think you'd quite suit a cap like that, to be honest, Alan.
Well, I think I would as well. And as the old saying goes, wear a cap, keep well.
Landon Donovan with the corner looking for Wilder, who won his header. It was blocked, but it falls to Joe Exotic. He goes back to Kanye West. USA trying to carve out one last chance in this first half. Joe Exotic plays it in. Megan Rapinoe. There could be a chance, it's back. It's Joe Exotic. Oh, he scooped it up and avoided it. And what a finish it is. Joe Exotic. Well, we know he's a bit weird. That was a weird way of finishing that move, but he's done it. It's 2-1 and the USA are back in it.
Well, quick thinking from Rapinoe there. She could have had a shot herself, but she wasn't greedy. But then in comes Exotic, and now it's an exciting game again.
It is. Megan Rapinoe picked him out. I don't know why he did this little scoop and then the Ticanio volley, but it's made it look incredibly good. Lev Yashin stood like a statue watching him do that. Not sure what's going on, but it's a great finish. USA back in this game. It's 2-1. And the trademark celebration there from Joe Exotic as well, mimicking some of those tigers, of course, that he loves so much. And that was the last action of the first half. The half-time whistle has been blown. Massive goal there from Joe Exotic just before the break to get the USA back in this game. Alan, have they got any chance of coming back into this and maybe winning it?
Well, the thing is, they have been on top. They've had a lot of chances, and I just think, the Russians have counter-attacked well, and that's why they're ahead. Simple as that. Are you so hungry you could eat a camel? Well, don't eat a camel. Come and eat one of Big Al's sandwiches. We've got all your favourite flavours, from tuna and cinnamon, to walrus and cheese, to donkey and apple. And this week only, it's 2 for the price of 2. That's right, buy one sandwich and get another one for the same price you paid for the first one. Big Al's sandwiches. I'm hungry. Are you?
So the second half gets kicked off. Russia with a 2-1 lead going into this second half. They've been fantastic so far this tournament, trying to maintain their 100% record in Group B. And the USA trying desperately to come back to make sure they stand a good chance of going through here. So Alan, of course, at halftime we saw the advert for your sandwich van. Seems like it's going really well. I'd say the specials for today look pretty delicious. How have they been selling?
Yeah, surprisingly well. I think a lot of people are eating them ironically, but you know, I don't care, they're paying me money, so ha!
And Joe Exotic, they're just waiting for a moment to try and spring the defence here as it's played down the right. The Rock, oh, it's a poor touch from him though, and in the end it's cleared. Are you a fan of the Rock, Alan?
I prefer the Stone, and by that I mean Stone Cold Steve Austin, but you know, I don't mind the Rock. I'm not sure what to make of him sometimes, but you know, you can't believe the media these days. You know, it's all fake news. So hang on, not done yet. It's all fake news, and you know, you can never tell, even with newspapers now, whether they publish stuff. Is it all part of a conspiracy? Are we all lizards?
It's clear. Were you ever a wrestling fan or even a wrestling performer at any point in your life, Alan?
No, I wasn't, but you know, I thought about it. Thought about doing a lot of things, and yeah, that was one of them. I also want to keep bees one day.
What would be your wrestler name, do you think, if you did go into the WWE or something?
Big Al.
Here comes Maria Sharapova down the left-hand side. She's got loads of pace. Michael Jordan can't keep up at the minute. She's got 3 in support in the penalty area as well. Goes back to Irina Shayk. Playing a bit of 1-2 there, and now Compare The Meerkat, but John Cena wins it back only momentarily though. Vladimir Putin flicks it up and volleys it! Oh! Wow. And a great save from Donald Trump. Well, it was a fantastic effort from Putin, just flicking it up and smashing it on the volley, but Trump was equal to it this time.
Yeah, stick that in your fake news. What a save!
So there's a substitution taking place whilst this corner happens. Megan Rapinoe's gone off for Eminem, and Georgy Zhukov has come on for Compare The Meerkat for Russia as well, as the USA win it back. It looked like it could have been a foul there from Joe Exotic, but the referee plays on. Oh, it's given away though, and Russia could have a chance here. Here's Zhukov with his first touch down the right-hand side. Back to Rasputin. He's taking on Joe Exotic, and in the end wins the throw-in. So Eminem and Zhukov both on, and there's another substitution taking place here as well for the USA, and it looks like Peter Griffin is going off to be replaced by Elvis Presley, who's coming on up front. Elvis is in the building.
Yeah, he is, if you can call a stadium a building. I mean, it's got outside aspects to it and inside aspects, but that's not the point.
Have you got a favourite Elvis song, Alan?
I do like Love Me Tender and Jailhouse Rock.
Russia looking to turn the screw with Vitas into the penalty area. He plays it across, and it's headed in at the far post. Maria Sharapova diving in has scored the 3rd goal for Russia, and that could clinch their victory today. And the USA, well, they're in real trouble. They could be looking at going out of this group if results don't go their way. What a turn up for the books this is.
Well, yeah, 2 powerhouses gone head-to-head, and it looks like Russia will come off better. I'm disappointed in the Americans, I've got to say, but hopefully they will qualify.
Great header at the far post, wasn't it, Alan? What do you make of that?
That guy looks like Bob Hoskins. But yeah, it's a good header.
Another substitution after that goal. Looks like Anna Kournikova is coming off the bench. Vitas is going off on the right-hand side. So a bit more pace being injected in the final 15 minutes. But the USA have really got to try and dust themselves down and get back in this game with a 2-goal deficit to come back from. Alan, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it all is a conspiracy, to be honest. And maybe, like I said before, we are being run by lizards, and who knows if the Earth is flat or round or square.
The Earth could be square, to be fair. Is that your own conspiracy theory?
Well,
Alan?
that's whether this is even reality or not. I don't know.
Great to be pondering the rules of existence here with Alan as it's played down the left-hand side. Lovely ball to pick up Maria Sharapova. Russia could be in for another one here. It's all the way across. Vladimir Putin has smashed it in for 4-1. The USA getting an absolute runaround here, and Russia looking fantastic in this tournament so far. They're wiping the floor with everybody that comes across them. It's 4-1. Putin's got 2.
Yeah, well, if you're in the Matrix or not, that was a great goal. Loved it. Bang!
Well, the USA, dearie me, this is a real turn-up for the books after their first win against France. Everybody thought they'd go on to wipe the board with the other teams in Group B. But they couldn't get past Scotland with a victory, and they're definitely succumbing to defeat here. But that's a brilliant flick from Joe Exotic. Fantastic. Landon Donovan now finds Eminem, the second half substitute, and he smashed it in top corner. What a goal that is, to be fair, to the USA. And with 2 minutes plus stoppage time left, they've cut the deficit down to 2. It's 4-2.
What a great finish that was. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
He did. It was a fantastic flick, wasn't it, from Joe Exotic, then the back heel from Landon Donovan, and Eminem took it so well, smashed it into the top corner. Brilliant finish. And could the USA be on the course for an unlikely comeback here?
I doubt it.
So Russia kick us off. They'll just be looking to run the clock down surely now as they try to keep their 2-goal advantage. 3 minutes of stoppage time left to play. Elvis down the right-hand side controls it well. Can he get the cross in here? He's turned back. Oh, well, he can't because the referee's blown the full-time whistle, and Russia come away with a famous victory here. They've beaten the USA by 4-2. They qualified top of the group with a 100% record, and now it all goes down to Scotland and whether they can get a big win in their game to see whether the USA will be joining them in the knockout round. What an upset here, Alan.
Yeah, big upset, but, credit to the Russians. They've each game they've proved they're big force to be reckoned with, and I think now you've got to say they're probably favourites to win the tournament.
A couple of good headers scored in this game as well, Alan. I heard you're somewhat of an expert in that field. What did you make of the headering in this game?
Yeah, well, like you said with Joe Exotic there, the Kanye move, they used to call it the Smitho header, and that's there's been a couple of those, so it's been good to see.
Yes, thank you very much for joining me once again, Alan, and thank you to you all for watching. Remember, you can decide the next game we're going to see in full here on SonageGaming. In the top right-hand corner of the video right now is a poll, and there's 5 choices for the next game that you can see on Fan Game Friday. Vote carefully because there are some absolutely massive clashes that are taking place in this week of games, and all the rest of the games that we don't see during the week will be summed up in the Sunday highlights show. We see every goal from every game in the sort of half an hour long highlight show every Sunday, so be sure to watch that as well. Leave a like if you've enjoyed this video, guys, and subscribe if you're enjoying the Celebrity FIFA World Cup. We certainly are enjoying it. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Farewell.